So what was the original vision for Hefty Seed Company when it started?
There wasn't a vision. So basically, the way it worked is my dad was a farmer in Iowa, and it's kind of interesting. Let's take it back a few years earlier than that. His sister was going to school in Sioux Falls at Augustana College at the time, and she had a friend who she was setting up with my dad on a blind date. Well, that girl got sick, so at the last minute, she had to find somebody else because he'd driven 200 miles to come on this blind date, and she lined up the girl who eventually would be my mom. So that all worked out great. But anyway, they farmed in Iowa for a couple years, and Dad just said, I didn't want to do dairy. It, for me, was like being in prison every morning, every night with the dairy. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to do more crop farming. And so at that same time, in like this 1968 kind of time frame, my mom's parents were going to retire from the farm. My grandpa was going to be a full-time banker and go into that. So he was getting rid of the farm. He was selling the farm. And so that's when my parents talked to my grandparents and said, hey, could we buy the farm?